Hi everyone, this is Aquila just demonstrating some website development that I did for my graduate diploma of computing. This was done in my first semester, so this was actually the first experience that I got in making a website in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, etc. So it was quite an eye-opening experience, and I found that I actually enjoyed it quite a lot because it was a nice sort of hybrid between being able to do things in a software development sort of perspective and also being able to do it in a design sort of context as well. So let's just get right into it and have a look. So what it is a website for Queenstown, a tourist website rather, and just sort of tells you a little bit about Queenstown. There's a bit more information there. Then we've got an embedded YouTube video there that was, I think, Queenstown's official video, and I just embedded that there so that we could have something to display there. We've got a whole bunch of events and stuff like that on the front page as well. We've also got a newsletter sign-up screen, and this had some form validation to tell you whether or not the information that you were entering was valid or not. So say if the surname was too short, things like that, then it would throw an error. Feel like it should be doing the same thing. Yeah, there you go. So it doesn't allow you to put in wrong information for that. I didn't do anything like email newsletters or anything like that at this stage because it wasn't required of us for this assignment. It was also the level of complexity that we weren't really up to at that stage. So that's more or less it for the newsletter screen. Then there's places to dine and visit, and then you can see that there's a rather simple list of restaurants and bars and tourist attractions. Then we've also got a gallery here, and it's just got some photos of Queenstown. You can see that if you click on that, then it'll give you an expanded view of that, and then sort of just have this nice sort of like tilted view, so that it gives it that really good touristy effect and all that. So we can also go to the accommodation section over here, and what I used here was a jQuery plugin called Mix It Up, and this allows you to sort a whole bunch of things into a list and then have these menu items categorize them. So say if you want to only look at the hotels and the resorts, then you can click that button and then it sorts it and filters it out accordingly. And you can do the same for all the other things over here, and you can also change the order in which it displays things. So that was pretty nifty, and I thought that was a really cool thing to implement in my website there. So that's more or less it for this website. The keener of you may have noticed that this actually has a reasonably similar format to the website that you may have found these programming demonstrations on, which is my own website. So if I bring that up, you can see that it follows a very similar format. It's just gone through a few color changes and design changes. So most of my work on this website was actually done in Photoshop, but I did obviously have to do some coding for it as well. And then I changed things like remove the newsletter to have a contact section instead, because that suited my purposes a lot more accordingly. The music I decided to still host on another website just because I thought that was an easier format to host it on than trying to build that myself. And then we've got the home page that also has a automatic slideshow, and we've got the programming section, which you would have seen already, and then the art section, which is also using that jQuery plugin, which is Mix It Up. Although with this website I decided to combine the two sections. So as you may remember, there was a gallery section and also the jQuery Mix It Up that had all the different accommodation options on the Queenstown website, whereas for this they're both in the same thing. So if you click on these, then that sort of expands out, similar to the gallery in the Queenstown website. So that's more or less it for this demonstration. If there's any questions you have about that or any comments, then feel free to contact me in this little section over here. Otherwise, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you later.